Hi, my name's Dee and welcome to Untitled Tarot and welcome to your full moon reading for May 2020. So that's full moon in Scorpio, 17 degrees Scorpio. I won't spend a lot of time discussing the full moon because there is a lot of very good videos out there. There's also a lot of information involved with this full moon. So what I will point to is that it may well present an opportunity for the revelation of hidden feelings, whether it's yours or somebody else's. And it may well be a resolution of any emotional issues that started or that rose their heads rather around the recent new moon. I'm Cancer rising and I've had an incredibly angsty couple of weeks with all sorts of questions being brought to my attention. Now this is a bulk introduction, as they always are on my full moon, so there's a timestamp down below if you want to watch more than one of these, and I advise that you do. You want to watch your sun, your moon and your rising. The rising more important than any of them, and the timestamp will take you straight past all of this blurb. If you don't know what your moon and rising sign is, there is a link down below to get yourself a free birth chart, and I highly recommend doing that. Now, as I say, the full moon is at 17 degrees Scorpio, 17 degrees 19 minutes. So I'm going to read out the inside degree image for this degree, which is actually, I'm going to read out Scorpio 18, because the degrees go from 0 to 29, but inside degrees go from 1 to 30. And I've noticed that people always seem to read out the degree before. I really like this degree here. People holding hands around a table. One candle is burning in the middle of the table. Intimate depths of camaraderie. Forces joined by spirit call. Gathering in the name of a greater vision. Pooling resources. Tapping what each does best, both inside the self and in soul links with others. Avid to combine forces. The drive to fuse. Passion, desire, intent, a surge of power. Being hugely drawn to consume separativeness and to attain unity and wholeness. A path or journey that will put you through every test and trial imaginable. Fierce resolve. And encountering shadows and dissipation so thunderous and multiplex that it will take everything it has inside to see this one through. And yes, full moon in Scorpios are always quite passionate. In good ways and in bad ways. As I said, hidden feelings coming to the surface. Now in the description below there is a link to a Facebook group where you can see where I post astrology videos about the full moon, for example, from a lot of the good astrologers on YouTube. There's an inbox there so you can contact me directly for a reading if you wish. Don't forget that there is a timestamp down there to get past all this blurb. But lastly, before I bring the cards up, I just want to thank everybody who has subscribed and contacted me and commented and liked and possibly shared. I've got no ideas about the shares. So far, it has really helped the channel. I'm glad I can be of service, and yeah, keep in touch, keep commenting. It's nice to receive the feedback, so thank you very much, everybody. And with no further ado, I'll bring up the cards. And welcome Aquarius, rising and moon after the timestamp. Now, there's a lot going on for you here, Aquarius. The God forces, I'll quickly go through the cards before I interpret them. The God forces that are designed to suppress you or oppress you at the moment. We have Cronus with cycles, Maui with discovery, Penthesilea with guilt, Psyche with doubtfulness, and Nuit with expansiveness. But supporting you and lifting you up, we have Hecate with crossroads, Eros with love, Deity with revenge, Apollo, the god of light, and Pele with purpose. And I believe that you have purpose at the moment. Now, what Deity comes to say is whatever is bothering you, and it looks like something is bothering you since she is opposing Penthesilea with guilt, talk to somebody about it. Just open up a little about it and beware of taking any rash actions, because I do feel that you may well be trapped in your own personal cycle, whatever this is. There is some cycle that you don't need to start all over again, because you are at a crossroads, and that indicates to me that you're at a crossroads where you can repeat a cycle, or you can go, no, I'm going to do something different this time, thank you very much. But to make that decision, follow, love, whatever that means. You know, whether this is love for a person, love for a thing, love for self. And the reason I'm also saying this is the angel energy that covers this reading. We have the angel of discernment. Through the grace of the divine, I am able to know the right path. So, we're on about higher forms of love. Love that is really operating from the heart chakra. But do not act too rashly. Talk to somebody about it. Bring things to the light of day. It looks like quite maybe there might be an issue of trust here. We have guilt and doubtfulness standing against you. But standing against you talking to someone and bringing something to the light of day. It's almost like discovery is a threat upon you. That something could be discovered and revealed, and that would start the cycle all off again. Or maybe you are fearing being discovered due to something of a previous cycle. But you do have the capacity to break out of this. From the Oracle of Heaven and Hell, we have, yes, we have Mehabia with intellectual lucidity, and, yeah, I can't pronounce that one, EILL, I hope, with mental force. So, beware of change that's just going to start everything all over again. You know, you have to be careful about what sort of change. Don't go for the option that you normally would have done. Whatever that means. Right, so these feel ready. How bizarre. Yes, because if you take the new option, the one that's totally at a tangent, totally at right angles to what you've always done, that offers some form of celebration, some form of friends and allies based on that energy of love. That talking to someone will shatter away restrictions. We have the Tower here. Bear in mind, it's also DT, let me see, it says in the Dark Goddess book that DT was, because I was just reading about her, trying to see the positive side of her, because I remember the negative side, but DT was instrumental in the partitioning of India into Hindi and Tamil, North and South India, to gain control and autonomy over the gods. It's that rash action, that trying to divide is a dangerous thing. When bringing things into the light sets you up with a wonderful foundation here. There is a purpose that you can travel towards, and I think you already know what that is. And you have the opportunity now, and as I said in the Capricorn reading, with Saturn in Aquarius at the minute, but just about to head back into Capricorn, there's windows open now for you to forge ahead with the new purpose, one that you have known for a while. There may be a commitment that gets discovered in the past, and why is it that the sensation of guilt gives you a sense of wish fulfillment when all that guilt required was a rebirth of, yeah, I'm not doing that again. You don't have to do it again. This is what all of this is saying, because we have Cronus with cycles clarified here by death, change, bring this cycle to an end. That's what the tarot here is saying on top of these gods. Don't just try and make, no matter what news you receive, do not try and make the old cycle just cover a bigger area. Go perpendicular to your normal average previous direction. Go and do the new things. Go and follow this purpose that you have not followed yet. So yeah, I suppose I'll call the reading Follow Your Purpose. Well, that was short and sweet, wasn't it? But that's a lovely reading. You have got a little bit of shadow work to do, but there is a wonderful opportunity here for me, seeing Eros with love and especially Apollo with light. Remember also Apollo was a god of prophecy. So he's looking towards the future, and the future here is defined by the Ten of Pentacles. A good, solid future, one with good, firm bonds around you, materially and friendship stroke family-wise. You know, we make our own families. So, you know, there's that security and community around you. And something that stretches on. It has longevity. As long as you are willing to move towards it once you have got this new purpose. And if you don't know what your purpose is, go, how can I do something completely different to breaking this, to break this old cycle? So if this means anything to you, Aquarius, comment down below. Press the like and subscribe buttons as you are passing. Join the Facebook group, because then you can inbox me directly if you want a personal reading. But also you will see the astrology videos I post and whatever readings I'm doing next, because I've got a big list somewhere and I haven't worked out what's next. All right, cheers.